Welcome to spiritualitystepbystep.com. I'm Dan Wigner, and I'd like to talk to you today about one of our spiritual practices. If you come to the website, spiritualitystepbystep.com, and you can see right there listed spiritual practices, click on that. Lead you to this page, a page of different spiritual practices. On this page, I have listed links to several different spiritual practices where I give you just some basic background, a definition, and a few brief steps to get you started with those spiritual practices, to just begin with them. These videos are meant to facilitate that process. And if you're interested in even more practices from this step-by-step, very practical method, please look into buying my book, Just Begin, a source book of spiritual practices. So, as with my other videos, let me reiterate that I'm not giving you all the information about any of these spiritual practices, just enough that you can start exploring and experimenting with it on your own. So today, I want us to take a look at mindful eating. You click on that there. With mindful eating, it is a variation of the different practices of mindfulness. And this is one that I particularly like to encourage people to try, because even though in our various schedules and different occupations, we're doing different things, we all at some point have to stop and eat. That's just one of those basic have-tos in life. And we can bring the practice of mindfulness, the practice of presence, into that time. So let's take a look at it. So at its most basic level, mindfulness is a way of focusing our attention in the present moment. Though we may want to relive the mistakes of the past and analyze them and try to get them right in our head, or we might be thinking about the future and what we're going to do next. In the meanwhile, when we sit down to eat, if we even sit down, we eat mindlessly and quickly and don't think at all about what we're doing. Mindful eating is taking a moment to stop that endless cycle, so that when you have a piece of food, and the example I have there, it's bread. First of all, what you do is take a moment and try to really see it. Observe its texture, shape, color. Think about any memories you might have associated with that type of food, whether it's bread or something else. Are those happy memories? Are those sad memories? What's the first memory? Or what was the last time you ate that meal? Just spend some time to think about that through what you see. Then move to the next sense. We're going to move through all 5 senses. Move to the smell of the bread. What does the smell bring to mind? A memory? A thought? Does it cause your mouth to water? Where does that smell lead you? And after you've given yourself a few minutes for both sight and smell, let's move on. Oh, and also, I guess, touch at this point, because you're holding it. Let's bring taste into it. So that slowly, with your attention, take a bite. Chew slowly, mindfully. Really try to experience the flavor of whatever you're eating. Then when you're ready to swallow, try to feel that piece of food, in the example there, bread. Try to feel it go down your throat and travel down to your stomach. At least imagine what that's like, even if you're like, oh, I can't really feel it. Try to imagine what that's like. And then try to even imagine that now you're just one morsel, one bite of food heavier, or you have one more unit of energy to go throughout your day. And then, as kind of the last stage of this practice, bite by bite, ponder how that food is almost in a magical process becoming part of you, strengthening you. If you're coming at this practice from a Christian perspective, you might even couple this act of mindful eating with the words that Jesus proclaimed over the Last Supper, and that is proclaimed again and again in each celebration of the Eucharist among Christians, of take, eat, this is my body. And in mindful eating, eventually, each morsel of food is your body too. So let's take this practice, focus our attention on our eating, to be mindful about even that so often mechanical of practices, and just begin.